Good morning to Miss Elena and fellow mates. So today Clarissa, Shara and I will be presenting about the movie named Moxie, which we chose for this assignment. A short description about the movie Moxie. A shy 16-year-old girl named Vivian goes unnoticed in her high school, where the boys make their annual girls' exam list. However, when she sees new student Lucy being harassed by Michelle Wilson, the leader of a squad of toxic men, she is forced to examine her uncontrolled behavior. Realizing that all female students tolerate only unacceptable behavior from their male peers, she decided to do something about the problem. Inspired by her mother's rebellious past, Vivian anonymously publishes an underground newspaper called Moxie to make changes and expose her bad behavior in high school. Moving on, we will be meeting the protagonist of this movie, which is Vivian Carter. She is someone who is so obedient and evolved from being the shy wallflower that she is to a leader emboldened by anonymity. She's the one who started the Moxie movement in the school. Other than that, the movie also stated that her ISFP.
Vivian character can be related to Alport's theory. There are three trait theories, which are cardinal, central, and secondary trait. But the trait that suits her is the secondary trait. The reason why I relate her to Alport's trait theory was because she started Moxie after being inspired by her friend Lucy and her mom's previous design. And no one in school knew about who created Moxie except for her boyfriend and her best friend. Moving on to the next alpha trait theory, which is appropriate functional autonomy. Appropriate functional autonomy is a motive to do something for our self interest. That's why I could relate this to Vivian as she created Moxie using her mom's previous design to bring changes to the unfairness in the school system. The second theory, which I can relate to Vivian, is the Big Five personality theory by Costa and McRae, which is the ocean theory. Firstly is openness. Towards the end, Vivian opened up and told everyone that she was the one who created Moxie, as you can see in the picture. Secondly is conscientiousness. In the beginning, Vivian was the person who always preferred to be in her own comfort zone and didn't trust herself to come out of it. But towards the end, she realized she wasn't alone and decided to speak up for herself in front of many. Thirdly is extraversion. When Vivian's friend was sent home for dressing inappropriately, and it was distracting the class. Vivian stood up the next day by wearing tank tops and encouraged the others to do so. She also became more social and was able to make lots of friends and socialize. Vivian was agreeable as Vivian agreed with Lucy and others when they all wanted to keep their head high and face the sexism events that kept happening in their school. And lastly is neuroticism. Vivian became neurotic as she was very belligerent after knowing that the Moxie Club was unsuccessful to help Kiara win the athletic scholarship. So she threw her anger on her mom and her boyfriend at the dinner table.
The antagonist character in the movie is Mitchell Wilson. He is also known as a selfish, narcissistic, arrogant jock in the school. He also preys on female students by putting them down. He comes from a very rich family. He is the only child with permissive parents and he is sexist. Mitchell's personality can be related to Alpha Adler theory. Adler believes every human has inferiority feeling. Mitchell has overcompensated his inferiority feelings and developed superiority complex. And because of this, he is able to get away with almost anything due to his high status. According to Adler's birth order, he is the only child, which is make him spoiled by his parents. Next, Mitchell can be related to Karen Horney basic anxiety theory. Although he was spoiled, he also has been neglected as a kid as his parents were never around and took little responsibility in raising him. He protects himself from anxiety by attaining power. His narrative needs are power, which is related to exploitation and achievement. Horney composed 10 narrative needs into 3 narrative trends, and Mitchell's narrative trends will be moving against people, which is aggressive and dominant personality, and has no respect towards other people's feelings.
In the end, Moxie's ending was a victory, with Vivian declaring and standing up for herself that she is the one who created the Moxie movement, earning full support from everyone in mass outing. And Mitchell, the eventual revelation got him assigned to his behavior by Principal Shelley, who frankly was part of the problem in the first place. Then things are going well for Vivian and all her personal relationships are resolved. Her feminist awakening is complete. She unwittingly solved a crime and all went to East Rockport High School.
No complaints. I have no comment because this seems like a women's issue and I'm going to respectfully just stay out of it.
Seriously? Gosh, that's so convenient for you. You get to just say this is a women's issue so you don't ever actually have to do anything, right?
That's fair. I could